So Rob Honke, good morning. You aren't Gypsy Days. Let me change that for you. How are we?
Good.
Good. So take me through this. The anniversary party rescheduled, correct?
Yes.
And when is that scheduled to?
That is rescheduled for the 23rd
Really
of
cool.
this month, so 2 weeks.
Awesome. Gives us some time to prepare here.
We, as everybody knows, that day was a pretty wild weather day.
Yeah.
And that morning, all the available data we had was that the nighttime was not looking good. So as a group together, we all kind of made the decision, hey, let's get the word out early. Let's reschedule this thing. Push it out 2 weeks. We already had a band scheduled to play on the 23rd anyway. So we paid the band that was supposed to play that night. And
that's nice of you.
They got paid to take a night off. Little disappointed because I think they wanted to come in and play, but and we were disappointed as well. But rescheduled for the 23rd, and then I wanted to announce another event that we have in October.
Oh, cool. Yeah, please do.
We have Mark Klose from KSHE 95 and the Klose Kuarters Band.
Oh, great.
And we're going to have a cash bar up top. That is from 6 to 9.
Really cool.
Yeah.
And see, what I like is just seeing all those different things happening at the riverfront, especially on nights, you're part of the Amphitheater Commission, and when they have events, the marina's popping, and you're able to kind of see that traffic going back and forth. What's it mean just to be a part of that riverfront and really just a part of that confluence of just, entertainment and just a draw for tourism?
It's a big deal for me because I've been part of the Marina and Riverfront District for so long.
Right. And
that's the front door.
Yeah.
So being involved with everything that goes on the riverfront, aside from the casino, it's huge because, I grew up boating with my dad and his friends and grew up swimming, diving, which really you can't do on the river, but
probably not.
But I've always loved being out on the river, skiing, wakeboarding, stuff like that, and just being down there and being involved with the operations of the marina and all the different projects. It's been a few months since I've talked to you.
Yeah.
Lots happened in a few months.
And that's the perfect segue. That's what I was going to ask you. I figured we'd break you in a little bit, then hit him with the hard questions of how is the summer looking for Alton Marina?
The summer went really well. We just came off of Labor Day weekend, probably the best weekend we've had, even including 4th of July weekend.
Really?
Yeah. We had a great weekend. We had no problems, no complaints. Everybody had fun. We had a pool party.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
we had the Contrios in town, which is the big boating club on the river. Most of them from St. Charles area, but few local.
Wow.
I know the mayor stopped in a couple of nights and went down to the docks where they were having the private parties, and
really cool.
He and his wife said they had a great time, and I think everybody, we got a lot of compliments over the weekend, so it's just kind of made us all really feel good down there. As hard as we all worked and as hard as my team works, it makes it all worth
Well,
it.
it's a huge point because, you guys have, you're taking over the reins of Karen's team that really was so well respected and so well loved. Even though you have a lifetime of experience on the river, I'm sure that's nerve-wracking going, man, I hope they, accept me, or, I hope everything's a smooth transition. And it seems like your team, yourself, you guys are kicking ass and taking names.
And I'm learning a lot from the team too.
Yeah.
One of the guys on the team, Greg Brown, who's been harbor master there for 13 years. Wow. That guy's got a lifetime on the river. He's a wealth of knowledge. So anytime that I get stumped or have a problem or a question, and that's a lot of times it happens, I got to rely on my experts in the field.
Yeah. Well, you're only as good as your team around you.
That's right. So he's a wealth of knowledge.
That's really cool. And let's circle back real quick to the anniversary party, if it's okay, and we'll dive into the summer again.
Sure.
Is it the same ins and outs, same costume contest, the booze wagon, all that good stuff?
Well, we're not doing the booze wagon. There's a little liability involved there. So, but
man.
we do have some baskets with a lot of gifts and some giveaways in there.
Cool.
So we are going to do the costume contest again. I felt bad because there was a lot of boaters that were down there that came in for the weekend, and they were ready for the costume contest.
Oh, no.
They were partying in the rain and under the docks, and they had their costumes on, and I said, just come back. What we did, though, everybody that had already paid for the weekend that was there, we we comped them for the party if they want to come back.
Wow.
For the night.
Really cool, though.
Yeah.
Well, and that's what I think is just doing things right and just, keeping communication. Because it seems like the boating community is really just, tight-knit and has a lot of passion to be out there on the waters, too. And to invite them back in and just, I don't think people realize how important the marina is and how many different walks of life it brings in from all different parts of the Illinois-Missouri confluence and beyond.
We have a very diverse crowd down at the marina.
It's so cool. And so with that being said, what time is that event on the 23rd again?
It starts at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and that runs till 10?
6 to 10, yep.
Really cool. And I just wanted to make sure we get that out there because I know I was getting ready to hop down after the food truck festival or Jazz and Wine. There was one of the events happening.
Food truck festival.
And
they caught the window.
Yeah, they did.
They caught the good window. It started raining again later that night, and we don't think we would have had a very good turnout, and it was the right call to make at that time.
Yeah, and then circling back, there's another opportunity in October for everyone to come on down and enjoy the marina, and I like that, to really welcome in the public that maybe doesn't have the time or they haven't just had the opportunity to enjoy the party down there.
Well, and the only thing that's changed for the anniversary party, besides the date, is the band.
Right.
We had Flip the Frog scheduled for the original party. The new party, we have Jason Gordon. I don't know if you know who he is.
He's great.
Yeah, he's a looping artist. He's from the area. He doesn't live here anymore, but he does travel a lot, and he's coming through. He plays, I don't know how many instruments, but does all the sampling while he's playing the instruments, and then he's got all the pedals, and I don't know how it all works.
It's incredible.
But it looks confusing to me, but it's great when you see it all pulled into one song or one act or one set.
Well, you should see me walk and chew gum, Rob. I couldn't play all those pedals and all those instruments. It's really cool.
That guy's thinking ahead. He'd be a great chess player, I think.
Actually, that's a great point. Just not the St. Louis chess player that's going to jail for cheating. Do you see that story?
No.
Oh, yeah. We got a grand chess master that's cheating the clock.
Boy.
Do you have a minute to stick around? I got to pay one last bill.
Sure.
10:46. We'll come right back after a quick break in downtown Alton.
Welcome to Evergreen Place, a community that embodies joyful living, independence, and financial freedom for seniors. If you're looking for a full day of activities or to relax in your apartment, we have you covered. Located on the Alton Memorial Campus. To know us is to love us. Experience the difference at Evergreen Place.
Is it time to buy, sell, or even time to consider a short sale of your property? Meet Lisa Webb, owner of 3rd Street Realty. This local, women-owned, family-operated realty group has over a decade of experience in foreclosures, first-time home buying, and so much more. 3rd Street Realty prides themselves on holding your hand through the entire process. Let their expertise guide you to your dream home. Visit 3rdstrealty.com and start your journey with Lisa Webb today.
Do you need to declutter your space? Time to call me, the Queen of Junk. Since 1993, we have grown to be the leader in residential, commercial, and property management junk removal. At Sparks Junk Removal, we are eco-friendly. We recycle, donate, or repurpose items back into our community. Trash is our last resort to the landfill. Plus, with our all-inclusive service, our crews handle everything from labor to lifting and landfill fees. Give us a call or visit our website, sparksjunkremoval.net, to reclaim your space today.
With over 20 years of experience, Wilson's Tree Service has the expertise to handle all of your tree care needs. Licensed and fully insured, their team of experts are dedicated to providing reliable service. Plus, with a 24-hour emergency service line, Wilson's will always be there for you. Don't risk tackling that timber by yourself. Trust the local professionals at Wilson's Tree Service. Visit treeservicealtonil.org to get started today.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
You can call it another lonely day. You can go your own way.
Don't mind us. We're just in the middle of a conversation. Well, welcome back to Our Daily Show. It's a Friday with 12 minutes left in this broadcast day. Rob Honke filling us in on the anniversary party, and then the Mark Klose show that's coming up in October. Right. And this Great American Loop, too. We'll touch base on that. Rob, right off the bat, I just think it's so cool that, to be able to, just take over and really a smooth transition. It seems happy, and just seeing that support still there. And then we can come out and celebrate this on the 23rd. Fill us in on the food. Who's providing that again?
That'll be Black Iron Barbecue.
Black Iron Barbecue?
Black Iron Barbecue, award-winning Black Iron Barbecue.
That's right. What's the secret in that recipe? You know?
Well, you'd have to ask Billy nowadays, 'cause I'm not as involved as I used to be. I'm going to go ahead and defer to Billy.
There you go. I'm going to give you my time. So you got some great food on tap, and then what else can we expect on the 23rd, man?
So on the 23rd, we've got Jason Gordon.
So cool.
We got food. We're going to have a cash bar up top, and we'll have the raffles, which there's no cost for the raffle.
Wait, what?
You're not paying for anything. Everyone gets a ticket. Anybody can win the baskets. There's 2 different baskets. There's lots of swag in them. Lots of freebies.
That's really cool.
So,
I thought you were going to hit me with $10 for a yard, 100.
Nope. It doesn't cost anything.
That's really cool.
The drinks do cost, and
now,
the food costs, but the raffle does not cost anything. And entry, no entry fee.
Talk about an incentive really to get out there and just experience it. And for someone who, be honest with you, Rob, it was maybe 4 years ago was my first time at the Marina. A buddy of mine had a boat down there, and I went down and really just kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things. I mean, the community down there, everyone really like a bigger collective family.
It is. It's a bigger place than most people realize.
True.
I don't know how many people, even friends of mine, that have come down there just to see it. And I would walk them around the docks and give them the nickel tour, and they can't believe how big the Alton Marina is.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a 300-slip Corps of Engineers marina. We've got our own fuel dock. We've got our own store. We've got our own roads, parking lot.
No one realizes how rare that is, I don't think. It seems like on this coastway.
And we get a lot of people coming through that really are impressed with it and love it. And the Loop is no exception. When they open the locks next month on the Illinois, we are going to start seeing a lot of people coming through that are traveling.
Yeah, take me through, because that's what I was kind of curious about. You mentioned it, and I'm not too familiar with this.
The American Great Loop is a route basically through the Midwest, through the Gulf of Mexico, around the tip of Florida, back up the Atlantic, and through Canada and the Great Lakes. It takes usually the people that we call them loopers, and they call themselves loopers. It takes them usually about a year total to do it.
Wow.
So most of the people that we encounter most of the loopers that come through are retired people, and that's just what they do now. A lot of them do work still, and they will come in and they'll dock for a month or longer, and they'll leave. They like it because we're the closest marina on the river to the airport, to Lambert Field, so they like that. We have facilities there. We got laundry, restrooms now. If they come through after November, we're winterized. So
right.
we don't have the shower houses available then, but we will all through October.
Well, and there's so many great things like the restaurant, and there's the great food that's there, and there's just so many amenities really that make it such a gathering. I just think it's great that you have leapers and now you have loopers. I mean, I think that's a T-shirt and it's a band name,
Well, they'll be coming through late this year because on June 1st, they closed 3 locks on the Illinois River, so nothing can get through there.
Was it for water levels or?
No, it was maintenance.
Okay.
Scheduled maintenance, but they are reopening the locks, or they're supposed to, on October 1st. So we expect to start seeing them the 7th, and all the way through, and possibly into early to mid-November. That's
really cool. I think that's such a unique experience too. If you've never seen that,
you see a lot of boats. You see a lot of trawlers, tugs.
It almost seems like it's like
pleasure boats. Just a lot of big boats coming through.
It's almost like, honestly, to me, because I'm not a boating expert by any stretch of the imagination, but it's almost like Route 66 in a way, where you're seeing all these walks of life from around the country traveling through.
That's a good way to describe it.
Well, I don't get that very often, folks.
And adding the extra event date,
that's cool.
One of our slip holders started telling me about their big KSHE fans. They go to all the KSHE morning events on Fridays that they do around the St. Louis area, and they're really tied into that, to the station and to the community. And they started talking to me early on in the season. Well, just out of coincidence, I walked into Max across the street here on a Sunday afternoon, and Mark Klose and Klose Kuarters were playing.
There you go.
And I had one business card left in my pocket, and I walked up and met Mark and handed him my card. He gave me his card, and he's like, we've never played a marina before. So he emailed me a bunch of available dates, and we thought, why not do it during looper season when we've got a bunch of people there, and they're
Really cool.
going to promote it on KSHE, and we're promoting it on our website and on our social media.
Yeah, I think it's great. Now, what are we going to expect there? Same type? Is there going to be food, all that good stuff?
Yes, we don't have a vendor yet.
Okay.
So if anyone is interested, please contact the marina. Ask for me or ask for Robin. One of us can walk you through it, let you know what we're trying to do there. We're only doing one vendor. We just don't have room for more than one. So they would be a captive audience, so to speak.
No kidding. Hey, this is where I come into play. There's a lot of you out there that are food vendors out there, and I'm telling you, I hope that it's because of this show that we have a new vendor down there for this, Mark Klose concert. That made me feel better about myself this morning, Rob. And now take me through, is there any other things that we can expect, raffles, or is it just more food, music?
It's just going to be food, music,
good time,
and cash bar.
But still, even then, if you haven't been a night out on a riverfront and experienced that when the weather starts cooling off in the evening.
Weather will be nice, it'll be cooler. That's what we're looking forward to.
It's really cool. And Rob, with all that being said, with the Great American Loop, what's your favorite part about the summer? Is it just the people coming in and out? Is it just is it the logistics of it all and organizing it? What's doing it for you?
It's the project management part of it.
Really?
Mostly is my favorite part of it. But my second favorite part, and it's a really close second, is are the holiday weekends, the parties, and then the loop. I love when the loopers come through. I was there last year when they came through and worked on the docks, and especially fuel dock. You get to talk to people from all over the country. You get to see all kinds of different watercraft and different mechanical systems. I mean, we've got boats that come through that are gas, diesel.
Really?
Some of them are very minimalist, and some of them have all the bells and whistles. So it's fun to talk to all those people, and then once they get into their slips and get into onto the docks, when you go walk the docks, helping them tie off, talking to them a little bit more, just finding out where they're from and where they're headed, where they cross their wake, which means where they reach their point of origin.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
That's the first
really
thing
cool.
I ask when I meet them on the docks or at fuel dock is, where's your point of origin? Where are you coming from? Where'd you start your wake?
Where do a lot of them come from? That's kind of interesting.
All over.
Really? Is it just such a diverse group?
We've got people from Michigan, Canada.
Wow.
We've got people from France. They'll come across the Atlantic and then enter through Canada, come down.
That's incredible.
We've got people that come over here and buy boats just to do the loop and then sell the boat when they're done. Met a couple of those guys last year.
I wish I had that problem.
Right. We got people from Florida, Alabama, Michigan, Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee. It's just name it.
And what I think
They're
is
not all from one specific place. What they do, and the reason why we get them in October is they play the weather. They want to be here when the weather's mild and when the leaves are changing and they can come down the river. They want to be in the Gulf and in Florida when it's winter. And then in the springtime, they want to be on the Atlantic going north. And then in the summer when it's hot, they want to be Canada, the lakes.
Makes sense.
Right.
I just, Rob, I just think this is so cool. And this, for me, it's hard for me to understand that this is right here on our riverfront. You wouldn't think Alton, Illinois is a gathering spot for, boaters around the world, literally. I mean, that's cool.
And again, a lot of people that have lived here their whole lives, they'll tell me, we drive across the bridge every day and we still never really knew this was here.
Wow.
Even when they look down and they can see the blue rooftops,
man,
I mean, it's a big place.
I maybe have to start giving some free eye exams out,
That's above my pay grade.
No kidding. With that being said, Rob, there's a lot of great things coming down the pipeline. I really appreciate your time. Coming up on the 23rd again, what time does the anniversary party start?
6 o'clock. We run until 10. Jason's going to play till probably 9. but I might be able to convince him to play a little bit longer.
Is he starting at 6?
He starts at 6.
Oh, that's see, I like that because sometimes they start the band like an hour later, and so you're all sitting around kind of looking awkward, waiting for it to start. You know?
No, they're going to start at 6, but we will be set up well before 6. So
Cool.
if anybody wants to come down early, come on down. We'll have food ready. We'll be selling food before and drinks before. So if anybody wants to come down, 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, we should be out there moving around.
Absolutely. And then what day is Mark Klose and time again?
That is on October 14th, Saturday, and that is from 6 to 9.
Really cool. And Rob, if you have anything in the meantime you want to talk about, you're always welcome here. We are out of time today. Look at that, 11 o'clock already.
On the nose.
I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend, but most importantly, be safe and just try your best to stay out of jail.
He said it would.